Good morning. This lesson is for my Integrated 1 class, but before I get started, I want to say that I hope everyone is doing all right out there. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. This is a review for Unit 3, Quiz 1. I'm going to work through a retake I offered, and I just want to go through what I'm looking for. Okay? I'm looking for three things. I want to see that you can rewrite the table. The first row stays the same. The rest of the rows, we replace f of x values with the first y value plus the common difference, parentheses, the x value of that row plus the opposite of the first x value. Alright? The second thing I'm looking for is writing the equation. Set the y value of row x equal to f of x. That's all you need to do. And the last thing is verifying. Plug in any x value and get its y value. So I have a table. Let's first find the common difference. And remember, the common difference is how the y values are changing. So 18 turns into 25 by adding 7. 25 turns into 32 by adding 7. And 32 turns into 39 by adding 7. So 7 is our common difference. Alright, so let's rewrite the table here. So the first row stays the same. So 0 and 18. That's my first y value. That's my first x value. All right, so my x values stay the same. So it's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to rewrite my y values using this formula. First y value, so I write 18 plus my common difference. And then parentheses, x value of that row plus the opposite of the first x value, so minus 0. I'm going to write my next y value. So it's first y value plus the common difference, which is 7, parentheses, the x value of that row minus 0, the opposite of the first x value. All right, row 3. Again, the first y value plus the common difference, and then parentheses, the x value of that row, so it's 3. And then the opposite of the first x value, minus 0. All right, I rewrote the table. Oh, we actually want to take this down to the x. Sorry about that. So the x row. So it's going to be 18, my first y value plus my common difference, and then parentheses, x, because that's my x value for that row, minus 0. Okay, so I rewrote the table. The next thing I'm going to do is write the equation. Set the y value of row x equal to f of x. This is my y value of row x, and all I have to do is set it equal to f of x. So f of x equals 18 plus 7, parentheses, x minus 0. I rewrote my equation. And the last thing I need to do is verify. I want to verify row 2. And if I plug in 2, I should get a 32. Okay, so I'm going to plug in 2 for x. And I should get 32. Let me make sure that that's on the screen here. All right, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm okay. All right. So I'll plug in 2 for x. So I've got 2 places I'm going to plug in a 2. So remember, we deal with the parentheses first. So now I get 18 plus 7, 2 minus 0, that's 2. I do the multiplying before I do the adding, so now that's 18 plus 14. And now I add these together and I get 32. That's a good equation. So that's how we do problem 1 from our Unit 3 Quiz 1 redo. I'm going to pause the video, erase this, and do problem 2. I'll be back. I'm back. Alright, so let's do the second problem again. We're going to rewrite the tables, we're going to write the equation, and we're going to verify. And so again, hopefully and I lost my pen. Hopefully this is something that's going to be a lot easier for us. And we ace this retake and bring up our grade. Alright, so again, if I'm going to rewrite the table, the first row stays the same. So my first row is 0, 44. And then from that point on, I need to put them together. But guess what I forgot to do is I forgot to find the common difference. So let me do that real quick. 44 turns into 33 by subtracting 11. 33 turns into 22 by subtracting 11. And 22 turns into 11 by subtracting 11. So my common difference is minus 11. All right, so I'm going to rewrite the rows of the tables with repeating numbers. So this becomes 1, and then my first y value is 44. Minus my common difference, parentheses, the x value of that row plus the opposite of my first x value. And my first x value is 0, so it's minus 0. Row 2, again my first y value, which is 44, minus my common difference, which is 11. Parentheses, x value of that row, so it's 2, and then plus the opposite of the first x value, so it's minus 0. Let's do this for the third row. So my first y value minus my common difference, parentheses, x value of that row, my x value of that row is 3 minus 0. Let's take this down to the xth row. Dot, 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 dot. And we get now, let's see here, my first y value minus my common difference, parentheses, the x value for that row, which is x, and the opposite of my first x value is 0, so x minus 0. I just rewrote the table with repeating numbers. Now I need to write the equation. And it's going to be f of x equals 44. Because remember, all I have to do is set that equal to f of x. F of x equals 44 minus 11, parentheses, x minus 0. All right, so now I need to verify. I want to plug in 3. And for my x, and that means I plug in 3, I should get an 11. Okay, so let's see here. F of 3, so that was an x, equals 44 minus 11. This x now becomes a 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0, because we go inside the parentheses first, is 3. So I get 44 minus 11, parentheses 3. Multiply these out. I get 44 minus 33. 44 minus 33 is 11, and I have a good equation. That finishes the review for quiz 1. Hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully you make up this test if you need to make up or this quiz if you need to make up the points. I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.